as title favorites going into next season. All right, so let's just go ahead and jump right in for the Nets. Again, if you like if you enjoy videos of mine, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and comment. Definitely like to have interaction with people in the comment section, kind of hear people's takes about their teams and so forth. So definitely, again, subscribe. We're doing a lot of coverage of the NBA offseason along with the NBA draft. All right, so short and sweet. Nets this is going to be a pretty quick stream, honestly, because I believe the Nets are undoubtedly the team to beat next year. Look, you look at some of the advanced stats, not even advanced. Like, you just look at some of the stats of Harden and Durant and Irving and even Joe Harris. You know, them all being on the court together, they just outpace and outplay, dominate on the offensive end anybody in the league. And you know, if they're all healthy in that Bucks series, I think they win. If Durant's, you know, everybody says, you know, Durant's feet weren't so big, and if he does get behind the 3-point line, they probably win that series, or they do win that series against Milwaukee. They probably beat the Bucks even without Kyrie and Harden at full strength. And then, you know, what happens in the NBA Finals, you know, you never know. So I'm interested to kind of see what they do free agent wise, because as you can see here on our, you know, cap sheet, Brown, Lawaru Cabarro, Jeff Green, Tyler Johnson, Blake Griffin, all these guys are free agents. Spencer Dinwiddie. And the only real trade piece that you have is DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Jordan is, I don't know if there's a team out there that necessarily is like, yes, we need to go get him. His money isn't that great. And then the other interesting situation with the Brooklyn Nets is, can they pull off? I don't think Spencer Dinwiddie makes sense on the Nets anymore, but I do feel like could the Nets be able to get something from the team that signs him in a sign and trade? That's something to watch. But I think Bruce Brown, like, he's going to be a restricted free agent. Do the Nets just automatically say, yes, we're going to match everything that comes our way with him? Maybe, I don't know. Jeff Green, does he find another relatively bigger contract than just the vet minimum somewhere? Blake Griffin, same situation. So it will be interesting. I think a lot of smart veterans will say, look, we're going to go to try to win in Brooklyn. We know that this team is probably the best team in the league when at full strength, and we're going to kind of see what we can get. So I think that will be interesting. I don't really have too much to say on the Brooklyn Nets, honestly, because they just, I think, are the title favorites for next year, and that we'll see some veterans go there and kind of go from there. So they do have the 27th pick as well. You looking at the pick situation with Brooklyn, they do have picks traded away to Houston. So that will be, again, they don't have too much draft capital. However, they do have some potential of, you know, being able to bring in a bunch of good free agents that are veterans on the veteran minimum and potentially the mid-level exception. Okay. Let's see. So all the stars on Brooklyn can go and pursue an extension, which I believe is an interesting story to keep up with, because, you know, what if they don't win next year? What if they kind of are like, maybe not Brooklyn, right? And you never know. But I kind of think that they've made themselves comfortable there. Like, Nash is the head coach, and that's kind of what sounded like everybody was there for. The players got control of the situation there in Brooklyn. And obviously injuries got in their way this year. I don't think they'll get in their way next year. You hope not. And, you know, ultimately, I think the Nets are going to be a really, really good team, and they're going to probably win the championship next year. Now, I can see the Bucks like having a higher record, a better record than Brooklyn, but I ultimately think that the Nets just go in and, again, they do really well and, you know, go throughout the playoffs, win their series, and then eventually win the title. Anything significant from the Nets here? Shamet obviously is getting interest from places. The DeAndre Jordan trade, like, how much can the Nets bring back from a DeAndre Jordan trade? So that'll be interesting to kind of monitor. That is it. Everything else is the Hornets. qualifying offer to Bruce Brown. You know, what is his restricted free agency going to look like? That will be interesting to keep an eye on. That is, again, short and sweet stream here with the Nets. I just think that they are totally going to, you know, try to get something from Spencer Dinwiddie's potential signing of somewhere else. Try to bring back some of these guys like Jeff Green, Bruce Brown, Blake Griffin maybe have been attached to, you know, potentially coming back and, you know, shaving off some money. Again, other veterans could be in play as well that want to take the minimum and come to Brooklyn. So yeah, ultimately that's it for the Nets. Super quick on them. We have just 3 more streams to go. We have the Philadelphia 76ers next, after which we will talk about the Utah Jazz, and then we'll finish the night on the Phoenix Suns. Feel free to go listen, watch all those other streams. We're just doing a quick breakdown of kind of what the preview, and kind of giving people a little preview of what the offseason could bring for their teams, and go from there. So we're going to get the Sixers started and their stream up and going here in just a moment. Again, feel free to subscribe to the channel along with liking the video and commenting. I'll love to interact with people and kind of hear what they say on their team, including the Nets here.